Hi friends, good morning. Happy Sunday. Top of the morning to you, cheers. Going for the 16-ounce Red Bull today. Daylight savings time, so we lost an hour. It's really 20 to 10, but it feels like 20 to 9. Cheers. That OG Red Bull just hits different. Haven't had the OG Red Bull in a while. That is good. So like I said yesterday, if you watched yesterday's video, not a whole lot going on at the shop today, but to make it work for our groomer and our clients, we had to be open today. Today is Sunday. We're not normally open Sundays. It's normally our one actual day off, even though we don't really do a day off. We still end up going to the shop, and we do, office stuff and house stuff. So, take care of Blue. Anyways, headed in. I've got one groom. Our groomer has 2 grooms. So we're going to get them 3 dogs knocked out of the way. Probably going to do inventory. I know Kelly's been putting a we need list together and a honeydew list, so I'll probably work on that a little bit today. I don't know what else we're going to get into today. I know we do need to go to Walmart, of course, and get our grocery shopping done for the week and our normal Sunday routine. So, as always, bringing you guys along with, what are you doing? Okay. It's interesting. I lost my train of thought. Anyways, we're headed to the shop. We're going to stop and do my norm. We're going to grab my breakfast, grab a sweet tea, and get there, and let's get this done and over with and get on with our day off. And rainy day again today. I was hoping to either yesterday or today, when we got done with work yesterday. Either yesterday or today when we were done with work, I was hoping to get some things done around the house outside, but with it being crappy out, I'm not wanting to trample through the wet yard, which the ground's really, really, really soft, so it just turns to mud super instant when we get just the littlest bit of rain. So, won't be doing that because I don't want to get all muddy. But, in less than a month, April 4th, we'll be in Lebanon, Tennessee for race Quad Wars, Monster Truck Wars. That gate's not usually open. That's dangerous. So, I got to reset the trailer. I kind of was lazy about it. When I come home from Lexington, I just unloaded the 4-wheeler and parked the trailer. And didn't reset the trailer like I normally do. So I need to reset the trailer. I need to change the oil on the 4-wheeler and get ready for that race, because we're now less than a month away. Today's like the 8th or the 9th or something. 8th today. So the boys raced in Martin, Tennessee yesterday. Chris called or texted me rather, asked me if I could do it, and just wasn't able to with everything going on. As much as I would have loved to. A, it's 5 hours away. B, had a busy day at the shop yesterday. It's a lot. If it was an hour or 2 away, and I could have rescheduled my grooms, and maybe I could have done it, but 5 hours away I got to be there at 9 o'clock. I would have had to stay the night, and then I would have had to stay the night last night too. That's just too much. You know, there's no way I'm going to drive 5 hours there, race, and then 5 hours back home. There's no way I can do that anymore. Not all the Red Bulls in the world will keep me awake. Probably just give me a heart attack, and I don't have any help, so, you know, if I had somebody that could split the drive time with me, maybe, but I don't have anybody for that, so. 5 hours just isn't feasible for me. Unless it's really well planned out. So anyways, missed Martin, Tennessee, just too far away, too much going on. But we do have, like I said, Lebanon, Tennessee coming up April 4th. I'm excited about that. And then I don't know, there's nothing else in the Tennessee, Kentucky area on the books as of right now. So, you know, that may be the last show for 2026. I don't know. I don't know what, you know, they're going to take summer break here directly, I would assume, pretty quick. And then they'll come back in the fall. So, you know, I would assume we'll do the fall routine again, but I don't know that to be true, you know. We didn't do Sturgis this year. I haven't heard anything about doing Paducah this year. So, Sturgis and Paducah are pretty close together. I didn't do Paducah last year, and I kind of wish I would have. Or the year before. I think this year, if it comes around, I'm going to do it. But I know the last year or the year before, it was pretty rainy. So I know that show took a huge hit money-wise. I'm sure they did not make any money on that show. Because it is a rain or shine show. So Harper still puts the show on. If they're there, the guys are there, the trucks are there, they still do the show, rain or shine, it doesn't matter. So you know, seats are paid for and there's no refunds, but you know, as far as merch and stuff goes, you know, I'm sure they took a big hit on that. If only 20 people show up because of the rain, you know. You know, I say every year I want to try to do as many shows as I possibly can, and I thought moving down here to the south, I'd be able to have more opportunities for racing, and it hasn't worked out that way, unfortunately. But I've been, you know, keeping tabs on all the other shows too, and there was only one in Illinois so far this year. Not in Wisconsin. So I guess I'm really not missing out. I mean, I am, but I'm not. I don't know. I've done one show this year so far, and I got one more on the books. And we'll see what else this year brings. But, I mean, I guess that's one more show than what I'm seeing for Illinois right now. So, moving down here, I guess it really didn't hinder anything. That's not a parking spot. It didn't hinder anything from me racing. But, anyways, I'm going to run in and grab my sweet tea and my breakfast sandwich. I'll be right back. So I'm going to take advantage of every opportunity I get that I can that makes sense to race. But the opportunities just haven't been presenting themselves. And the only local circuit is like 3 hours away. So that makes it tough even still. You know, it makes for an expensive long weekend because I would have to get a hotel room just to race the local circuit, because there's really nothing that local to my house where I live, or the town I live rather. You know, everybody thinks it's great to live out in the sticks and small town living, you know, but until it's time to go do something. And it takes an hour round trip just to get to where you're going. And then however long you're there and whatever. I don't know. I get asked all the time, do I regret moving down here? And certain parts of me say yes, and other parts of me say no, because it's allowed Kelly to be with her family. Because everybody just up and left Illinois on her. I think she felt a little abandoned by everybody. So, you know, for her sake, for that retrospect, I don't regret it. Financially, I regret it. Living situation, I regret it. But it is what it is. We all make choices in life, and you know, I don't know how serious she was about it, but she said to me one day, if you don't go with me, I'm going to go on my own. So, you know, it's one of those things where let her continue to be miserable and live life like that, or just, I guess, you know, agree and go. So I agreed and we came. You know, it's opened a lot of opportunities for me. You know, being a deputy here, you know, I feel like I'm making a bit of a difference. That's a cool side-by-side. You know, I feel like I'm making a difference. I try to help people as much as I can. It is a small town, you know, and that's one thing I'm not a huge fan of, is the small town politics and BS. But everybody's all in your business all the time. There's tons of drama all the time. But I just stay away from it, and, you know, it stays away from me. You know, I try not to feed into it. But our little town is nice, so, you know. I miss my family and friends in Illinois. When I say family, not necessarily blood, but just my homeboys. But I don't miss Illinois. All the BS, the gun laws, and politics and all that. So we've did our little Santa Sunday. It's about, is that right? Did you reset that?
I'll wait for this fire.
Did you reset that?
It's 2:30.
It's 2:30 already. I did some blade maintenance. It took about an hour and a half or so, about 2 hours. Cleaned, sharpened, and lubed a bunch of blades. And that took an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Everybody around here has some loud cars.
And they're not even good loud. They're broken exhaust because they're poor and can't fix it loud. So we got our grooms and stuff done probably around noon or so, and then I did the blade maintenance. We cleaned up and whatever, and we just did the 3 dogs today. So an easy little Sunday. We're not normally open on Sundays, but a couple of our clients needed a Sunday, and Isabella had something going on yesterday, so we'll move the grooms into today, and then I picked up one, so just to get it done because it worked out. But Anyways, we're running to Walmart and doing our normal Sunday gig now. Running to Walmart, get our grocery shopping done. We're gonna look for a shelf or a cabinet of some kind for the shop, and need to get some things and for the shop, and then home. And then we're gonna go home.
Filing cabinet.
Yeah, we need to dig that out at Mom and Dad's. We should buy a thing of banker boxes to put her stuff in if it's important, so it's not just somewhere. They're cheap.
She said she don't need anything in there.
Oh, well. Alright, whatever. So anyways, we're running to Walmart quick and then back to the shop and drop stuff off, and then going to head home and relax. Since we are running 7 days a week this week, this is half of a day off, if you will, I guess. I don't know. 2:30 already in the afternoon. By the time we're done with Walmart, it'll probably be 4 o'clock. Won't be home till 4:30. But anyways, running to Walmart. Here we go. All right. Well, it's 4:15. I called it. It'll be after 4:30 by the time we're home now. Supposed to be our day off today. That didn't happen. Anyways, we're there for our customers, and that's what they needed us to do today, so we did it. So, a couple big projects the wife's got on her brain. She's wanting me to redo the little play area out here. I gotta measure that and come up with a plan on how to do it the way she wants it. It's probably going to be close to $1,000 project, and then she's got some landscaping she wants to do. That'll probably be another $500 or $600 project, I'm willing to bet. So it's all fine. It's all fine. Everything's fine. Lots of motorcycles out today. Makes a guy kind of jealous. Makes him want to bring his bike home, but battery's dead in it right now. I mean, I suppose I could trailer it home, order a battery, and then when the battery comes, stick it in it, or order a battery, and then when it comes, just take it to the storage unit and swap the battery and then ride it home. Tags are good on it. I just don't have insurance on it, so I'd have to get insurance too. I need to find an insurance company for the bike. So stupid that car insurance doesn't do everything. Like, I've got to have a separate car insurance for the classic cars. I got to have a separate car insurance for the motorcycle. Separate car insurance for the daily driver. It's so ignorant. I don't understand why I can't just get an all-in-one package. It drives me nuts. Like, just one provider for everything. The 39 I had insured for a while through Haggerty, the old rat rod, the death trap, the rat rod death trap. Through Haggerty, I had it insured for $50,000. And it was cheap too. It was only, I don't remember, it was $32 or something like that a month. And then I just ran it just for shits and giggles to see what it would cost to through our regular insurance, and they actually insured it for us, and it was only like $6 more a month, but they was only gonna, you know, if something were to happen, it would have only been I think they only insured it for like $1,300 is all that the value of it was. So which that motor was, the Hemi that was in there was worth way more than that, but I wasn't too worried about it because I just drove it to the shop, the gun shop I worked at, which was only 5 minutes away from the house, and drove it to car shows, so I wasn't too worried about it. And I ended up getting rid of Haggerty and just insured it through them, but now I have a different insurance company and they won't touch classic cars. I think if it's over 25 years old, they won't, 25 or 30, I don't remember, they won't touch it. But anyways, yeah, I gotta find a bike insurance and classic car insurance. Anyways, it was a good day today. We ran to Walmart, got our grocery shopping done. Found a nice pair of Andis or Andis, however you say it. I've heard people say it two different ways. Nice pair of clippers. Walmart had them. They were $40 and they were on clearance for, or rollback or whatever, for $19. I would assume they're discontinuing them and they're going to come out with a replacement set for those, that model number or whatever. So I bought a pair for 19 bucks. I'm going to try them tomorrow. I have one doodle tomorrow. I left tomorrow light because I have to go to the accountant's office. I have some very important tax stuff I have to get taken care of tomorrow. So I've got my one doodle in the morning. I'm going to try them new clippers out on the new doodle, or on the doodle, the new clippers on the doodle. And then I'm going to go to my appointment with the accountant. And I don't know how long that's going to take. So then when I'm done with that, if something else pops up, I'll take it. But if not, and it sucks too, because, you know, I think I talked about this in yesterday's video. I usually add $300 to $500 in revenue a day when I work. For the shop. So me not being able to be there tomorrow all day it's really gonna suck, and not knowing how long my appointment's gonna take, we can't even really schedule around it. I mean, I suppose we could just plan on it taking an hour and a half and just run with that, and just, you know, I don't know. I'll talk to Kelly about it tonight and see what she thinks of what we should do. But I should have stopped at the storage unit. Dang it. It's really pertinent that I'm there and working, because like I say, you know, I mean, anywhere between $300 and $500 a day in revenue that I bring in alone, that's a lot of money, especially for a small business. But I got all day Tuesday, so maybe I can try to make up for it Tuesday and just schedule some stuff Tuesday. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. And the one I did today, it was $100, but and then we got what I do yesterday. I think I billed $300 yesterday myself. So, anyways, the more the merrier, right? Never make too much money. Well, you can, but I'll never make too much money. Anyways, appreciate you guys tuning in. Fun little Sunday, I guess. I mean, it kind of sucks we didn't get to have our day off, but it is what it is. We were there for our clients, and that's what's important. I wish this person in front of me would drive. We were there for our clients today, and that's what's important. So, you know, getting it done and getting it in when we can and when they needed it. So I'm gonna go home now. I'm gonna cook dinner. I'm gonna do tortellini and baked ravioli with marinara, homemade marinara sauce. Pretty excited, and garlic bread. Pretty excited about that. So anyways, I appreciate you guys. Hit the subscribe button, hit that like button. They're actually down below, but I'm gonna put the little bubbles on the screen to remind you to hit them. Follow along. I appreciate you guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one, which will be tomorrow.